What's up, boys? Today is October 1st, 2025. I took another loss today. Pretty unfortunate. Pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. Just one trade a day. Sometimes you have situations like that. But yeah, let's go over the bias number one. Okay, so just to summarize it, higher time frame bullish bias. London session dumped and we wicked into a 4 hour bullish order block. At the same time, we swept previous A low, but disrespected the 4 hour bullish gap. I'm waiting for confirmation of bullish bias. Bullish bias. If the 4 hour doesn't get inversed, I will temporarily switch my bias to bearish, depending on how price action looks. Yeah, let's get straight to it. Okay, so market opens 9:30. Very simple. We create a bullish gap on the 5 minute. As you can see, tapped into it, respected it. Thought we can get a continuation model long over here. Let's see what happened here. So we did create this bearish gap on the 1 minute. Okay, price did close and then boom. Was a basically instant it was basically an instant stop. Kind of sucked, but I mean, it is what it is. I am happy in the fact that many traders today, or at least people who take the same trades that I take or trade the same concept, many of them they did take the same trade. So it's not something I can be necessarily mad at if it's something that many people who are better than me or who have more experience within trading, they took the same thing because they thought it was a good setup. I'd rate it like an A setup, A minus maybe, but I still think it was a good setup, aligned with my bias overall. And then here's another trade that I forward tested. I have a strict rule of one trade a day, so this would have been my second trade if I did take a second trade. So let me just speed it up a bit, but so price did retrace a lot lower, or just we did retrace lower in general. We did create this. Okay, so price did end up creating this bearish gap on the 5 minute. Hypothetically, would have waited for the inverse. Boom, solid body closed. Limit order. Remind you, this is hypothetical. I didn't take this trade. And yeah, so first of all, that'd be my stop at that swing low. Previous day high would be my target. And as you can see, it was a banger. It was a banger all the way to this 4 hour. Yeah, it was an absolute banger. That's a 1 to 2.2. Kind of sucked. Can't do anything about it. Just got to keep going. Going to definitely reassess today. Obviously, going to be very transparent. But yeah, it is what it is. I guess one thing I can do in the future is see if I can possibly wait even longer. I mean, it was essentially like the first 10 minutes of market open. You never know. Yeah, not much I can do besides just reassessing my trade, what could have been better. And yeah, so let me just confirm here. Yeah, and just to kind of add more into this trade, we did inverse this bearish gap right here on the hourly. But you know what? I can't whine about it. It is what it is. It's going to backtest. I'm definitely going to backtest today. Maybe I haven't been backtesting enough, but it's because I backtested so much for a long time. But at the same time, I can't just regress, or I can't just go back into bad habits of not backtesting, not journaling my trades. So I want to make sure that, especially when I take a loss, I want to backtest to kind of reassure myself that, okay, yes, I lost yesterday. Yes, I lost today. But at the end of the day, nothing's guaranteed. I haven't read Trading the Zone by Mark Douglas, but I do know essentially a summarized version of it. I do have to read it. Definitely going to read it. But I guess a summarized aspect of the book is it's just probability. It's having that probabilistic mindset, just understanding that within the long term, you're going to have this win rate. You're going to have this percentage of trades or favorable outcomes. And there are certain times where you're just not. You're just not going to have a favorable outcome. You're going to lose, as I did today. Many people, many people that trade the same concept in which I trade, they took that first loss, but then they have a rule where they take 2 trades or 2 losses a day max. So they took this one. A lot of them banked. It is what it is, though. Can't do much about it. Just got to stay focused, see how I can fix myself. And yeah, that's basically it. I do trade my funded futures, but I am going to look into Apex for sure. I've seen a lot on Apex. I've seen a lot from them, but I did hear that they have a couple rules that aren't necessarily the best. But I have seen people that number one trade the same concept as I do and who have a lot more experience than I do. I do see them actively trade Apex and not just have like a promo code. They actively trade Apex and have gotten payouts from them. And if I'm not mistaken, they are the prop firm with the highest payouts. I think the highest payout in general. But yeah, might try them out. Gonna see how good they are. Yeah, that's basically it. Just to kind of recap everything, today is October 1st, 2025. First day of the month. Didn't go well, but thank God, like I said yesterday, it was on an eval. This trade was on an eval, not on a funded, so it's not like I'm risking important money. Obviously, this is an eval, so it still affects if I pass it within the long term, but I don't get too attached um, to evaluations more than fundeds. I do risk heavier on evaluations than fundeds. Fundeds, I have a relatively strict amount that I trade and I risk. So let's say, for example, I risk about 0.6% of my balance. So let's say on a 50K, that's around $300. So $300 per trade once a day or just 1 trade a day. And yeah, that's it. But something like this, I am very risk heavy because I understand that the more I am trading an eval is essentially the longer I'm not able to trade real money, even though it's not, none of it's real money. But yeah, that's basically it. I've proven myself in terms of trading. I've passed challenges before. I've had funded accounts before. I've gotten payouts before. So I guess although I'm not like a master of this, but I would say I have a general consensus of what I'm doing due to at least some of my experience. So that's basically it. Just wrap it up. October 1st, 2025. Took an L. It is what it is. Tomorrow's a new day. Friday, I don't know if I'm gonna trade. I have to I have to run an errand. Um, I might record what I'm gonna do Friday with my camera. I just have to see if that SD card's gonna come on time. But besides that, thank you for watching. Subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, and yeah, thank you. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. So yeah, that's it. Peace.